Oh, people give me heck. Scott, does your wife have a Santa fetish? Nope, Scott does. The wife just tolerates. I like live unboxings. Got log files. Bubble wrap pop pop. What was that music video? Weird Al. The bubble wrap pop pop.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Oh.
Makes me think of that
White
one.
and Nerdy. White.
Oh, was it on White and Nerdy?
Yeah, White and Nerdy. He's all rolled up in the bubble wrap and he goes pop pop.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Any dead bodies in the attic? Oh, my lawyer just said don't answer that. I don't know. I would not know. They would probably be here before I got here, but I built this place, so I guess not. No. Say it like Hank Hill. Bubble wrap? What word do you want me to say like Hank Hill?
Goddamn log files.
Oh, goddamn log file.
Them log files ain't right.
Yeah, but if I say that, then I'm going to trigger the advertisements, and I won't be able to get my advertising money, my 12 cents on this live stream.
If you say log files?
No, damn.
Oh.
I'm saying dem, D-E-M, for
Damn.
those of you YouTubers who are...
Oh, you can't use them naughty words.
Oh, yeah. If you ever want to have a good time, go back and watch like one of your old vlogs.
Yeah?
And look at the YouTube translation file. Because it will auto-close caption everything for you.
Yeah?
Go read it, because you said the most amazing things that you never actually said.
Nice.
And I got flagged. It was like the first time I got flagged on a video. I was like, I was just talking about my RAID array on my workstation. And
What, is all that up there?
that's Scott Flicks.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah, it's hard to see, but those are all of my those are my backups actually for
Gotcha.
for my editing workstation. You want me to put that away here?
Sure.
You could keep holding on to it if you want.
No, that's fine.
I figured I would give you something to.
I do appreciate it. Because sometimes I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well, there you go.
So.
You can.
So noodling on an upside down base is kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a upside down. It's not an upside down base. You're just upside down, aren't you?
But that's what makes it upside down.
But it's right side up. You're upside down.
But from my perspective, it's upside down because I'm
what
upside
about
down.
Australia?
They're like sideways.
Oh, flat Earth. Got it. Hey, it's Drew from Craft Show. Hey, Scott from the Craft Show Christmas Party.
Hello.
Woohoo! Craft Show Christmas Party. I didn't interrupt your live stream again, did I? I thought for sure you said Tuesdays is when you live stream. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Drew, and other people at Craft Show that I don't know the first names on.
Craft Show?
Craft Show. You know Craft Show?
Oh.
That's Drew Hall
nice.
and Jeff Worley and several other people that I don't know the names of.
Oh, right on.
They're in Mobile, Alabama. They're talented filmmakers. They do live streams. They do all kinds of stuff. They got a lot more subscribers than I do.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm working my way up.
Kind of them to drop by.
Yeah, well,
I'm Jim.
That's Jim
Nice to meet
Shields. He's from Austin. He's a talented filmmaker as well.
I did a daily vlog for almost 2 weeks 2 years ago. That's pretty much the extent of my YouTubing.
Yeah, your YouTube. It started with you lifting weights, and then
Yeah, there was a little bit of that.
going to the gym, and then you edited all day.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Is it back? Was I dropping frames?
Backstreet?
I was.
Backstreet back?
Boys.
All right.
Amazing record, Jim. It was a full 2 weeks. I mean, it was solid.
I don't know. I think it was only 12 episodes.
He definitely.
I've thought about doing a season 2 years later.
You should. I'd be interested to see your workout routine. I mean, that is the struggle, because we all think, hey, it'd be a great idea to vlog, and then about halfway through it, we start realizing maybe my life is not interesting, and no one watches it. And
That's about where I got. I realized I was basically doing the same handful of things, like
And then you try to figure out how to make that different, how to make it a little more exciting. And then at some point, you either just stick with it, and then eventually they come, or you give it up, which is what 99% of us do.
Yep.
I basically, when I was vlogging, every time I'd pull out a camera, I would get twice as many views as when I was just vlogging myself. And so I said, you know what, let me just focus on the camera thing. And I have doubled my views. I'm into the well over 20 views per video now.
Dang.
Stream is starting to stabilize, so yeah. This is the country. So in the country, we got that internet problems. You know how that is. What's the difference in the two focus modes on the 70 to 200? There's not, well, the two modes are whether it close focuses or full, right? It can either go full focus depth or in a partial depth, right?
Yeah.
I know it has two stabilization modes too.
Right. I think what it is, like, at least from my interpretation of the label on my lens, it's that one of the modes basically restricts the closer focused so that it doesn't even try to focus closely.
Exactly.
So that it's able to focus further faster would be my guess.
It's a faster hunt. I believe that is correct.
Yeah. Just limiting the focus range so that it doesn't hunt as far to get to the focus.
It's really sad that I own one, but I can't seem to put my finger on it. I'm stepping, oh, well, it's because it's right behind Jim.
No, sorry.
And I know there are two stabilization modes as well. One of them does up and down and left and right, and the other one does only up and down, I believe. And that is, so if you're panning, it won't mess with you.
Oh.
The stabilization,
which mode is that?
I believe one is up and down, back and forth, and two is only up and down.
That is so good to know, because I've had some pans turn out terribly.
Yeah.
Because it'll be going like, burp, burp, burp.
The funny one is if you ever put the GH5, and Jesse, you know this one, with the stabilization on a tripod, and you move it, you're like, well, it's not moving. And you turn it, and it's just still pointed over there. And then you're like, fine, I'm not even going to deal with it. All of a sudden, you see it kind of go, and it centers on its own because it is so intelligent that it must.
That it can't tell when you're panning.
Are we dropping frames again? Look at that. Well, we're dropping like, okay, we just dropped like 3 seconds worth. Okay.
Ooh.
You said this is the country. In the country, we have internet buffering, net problems, yeah. That's about right. I do need to try this with this. That might be a good one to try. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Simon Eisenbach. Look at that.
Oh, hey, Simon.
Simon said,
what's going on, man?
Says, Jim, with lots of exclamation points.
Let me properly respond. Simon!
So, Sutton says, mode 1 is handheld mode. Mode 2 is tripod monopod. So it must like not be as stabilized, because I know it definitely helps when you're putting it on there.
Cool.
Although I know if you put this with stabilization on the red, it does not stabilize at all. In fact, it sits there and does kind of this number. It just jerks. It's really weird. So I don't use stabilization on the red, which is fine. You're supposed to be.
Well, you rig it up.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a better filmmaker anyway with stabilization. C heavy, so heavy. Squeak. Yeah, squeak. Simon, no cigar? Yeah, Simon and I were going to do a live stream while he was here. We did not get around to doing it. We were going to. What happened? Oh, well, yeah. So it was Simon was coming in on Saturday for Masters in Motion, and I picked him up from the airport, and then Alistair was coming from Australia like an hour and a half later.
Right.
I said, well, let's go. We'll pick him up. And we'll take him to his hotel. We'll go grab some dinner, have a couple beers, and then we'll come back and do a live stream. We got back, Simon, what time was it? Like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning? I mean, it was It was way later than we had intended. I'm getting another beer. Do you need another beer?
I'm good. I had a spare beer over here.
I brought my own spare there, Scott. That is not the one I wanted right there.
So Simon, you had any good Journey psych outs lately? Even though we said we're not going to do any more?
Journey psych outs?
Yep. So when he said squeak there, that's from basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Because I remind Simon of squeak.
Squeak.
And because of the YouTube language rules, I will not say the catchphrase.
Yes. Thank you for not flagging my. And then 2 a.m. happened. Say that again. Oh, ha ha. Yes, none at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 a.m. happened rapidly.
But y'all did get some lovely sunrise photos while Simon was out here.
Well, I let Simon do it.
Okay.
Because Simon, being my guest, I showed him my secret spot.
Oh.
Which I can show you today. It just won't do anything.
Well, it'll be
for
sunset.
You. Exactly. It'll be that way instead of that way.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny. I'm like, Simon, I'm going to show you my secret spot right here. And before I said here, the door was open. And he's running in front of the van with his camera. I'm like, dude. He runs up there and he's like, oh my God, you've got steam coming off the lake. You've got the sunrise. You've got cows next to the barn. Are you snaking? Yeah. If you push down on this handle, it'll lock a little bit better.
Oh, nice. My chair sinks.
And then
and I'm already much shorter than Scott.
Then you've got the barbed wire in the foreground. I mean, it was heavenly. The Scott and Jim show. Well, you know, you get
for the time being.
Yeah, for now, and then it'll just be Scott. Then Scott will have another guest. Maybe Jim will come back, and Jim's like, I like this. I'm gonna do live streams all the time. Yeah.
I mean, especially if I get beers and cigars. I mean, what's not to like?
This is true. Can you remind me to let my dog in? He's barking at middle schoolers. Never mind, got him. Hey, Richard, get your dog in, because you don't want him to bark at middle schoolers.
I don't know. I think barking at middle schoolers sounds like a pretty good deal. Like keep those little jerks away.
Get off my lawn. That's what you do. You go out there in a bathrobe. You shake your newspaper at them. And you keep one hand making sure you don't expose. That's a no-no.
That would be bad.
Middle schooler, that would be
bad.
the worst thing you could possibly do. But you shake your newspaper and you say, "Get off my lawn." Mm-hmm. You do that, yeah. Anybody like my new slim down beard? I feel like I look like Josh Diamond.
I do like the trim you got.
I did that last night. Actually, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Huh.
I was sitting there and the hairs are like on my back, of my neck, and I'm like, No. So you can do bald, I can't do bald. I can't. Yeah. It's too cold.
That's why I've got a knit cap. I mean, not currently, but...
Let me go get you one.
It's in my truck.
I did it. I could not believe when I did it, how cold your head gets so fast.
Yeah.
And then when I got like stubble, like 1/4 inch, my head was already so much warmer, and it made no sense, but it just traps that air. Mm-hmm. But then the wind blows, and you're like,
Yep.
Let's see here.
I was sad a couple weeks ago. I was trimming up my beard a little bit and messed up, and so I had to like shave it way down. It was obvious, like it was not as epic as yours.
Mine was completely based on Alistair Robbie. I really wanted to compete. Yeah. I feel like I gave a good show. It wasn't quite what I wanted.
But you know, I had like another inch or so. Like you remember, like during Masters in Motion.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot longer than
you were scruffing.
Yeah.
But you've got curly ears too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem.
So I was trying to trim it back a little bit and like messed it up, and I was just like, oh.
Mike
and I
Sutton,
had to cut it way back.
He says, so you guys taking cameras, lights, monitors, matte boxes, etc. Cameras?
Possibly. For what?
For the evening. The shoots.
I would like to do like a studio-ish shoot.
Really? Studio-ish.
Or at least something with not just like filming pretty nature because.
Do you want like me walk? I don't have the hair to blow in the breeze, but you want me just like strolling,
Maybe
cow tipping in slow motion?
Yeah.
We could do that. We could do that. I mean,
Your neighbors are cool with that, right?
What neighbors?
My
neighbors are cows.
Well, I was assuming like the cows belong to your neighbors.
They do, but I mean, if they don't see,
True.
they just see horizontal cows and think they're lazy. We call that ground beef around here. The boom. I mean, I usually will bring filter sets. Not usually rigging this thing up with matte boxes, just because of the ultra tiny nature of the lenses on the Micro Four Thirds. Although I do rig it up on that one, and I did get a where's that small rig over there?
Oh,
I got the small rig GH5 mount, which is better this way. Always try to shoot, unless you're doing selfies. I mean, Jim's left-handed, so I guess. But I mean, I got this bad boy for shooting with the GH5 with the audio module on, and it does give a better grip, and I dig the wood handles on there. But I mean, I won't be bringing this tonight because it's too slow, but I will bring my assortment of filters, of course my Kessler quick stands.
of course.
I mean, I could bring my Bright Tangerine Viv, which is a fantastic carbon fiber matte box if you're in the market for a fantastic carbon fiber matte box. But again, that's a little overkill. It's a little overkill for what we need. As is the, wow, my voice cracked there. It was like I was a teenager again. Putting the follow focus on the...
It's as big as the camera.
That's right. In fact, when you turn it, it just rotates the camera. Doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an impromptu shoot. We just wanted to kind of throw some comparisons out there. That's my...
Dang, you've got a lot of filters in here, man.
That's my small filter box. Those are for those are my mid filters. So those are for Canon style. I also have one for Micro Four Thirds, and then I have my 4x5.5.
Nice.
Which are over there. And those I use on the let's see here. I like how neat Scott's beard is. Beard? Oh, okay. I like reading them in order. Let's see. Hold on here. Ray Russian got to run. Have a good one. Thank you. Fedoras are cool for keeping your head warm. That's true. There's a fedora right back there, Jim, if you want to wear that one. It's a giant fedora.
Well, let me try this on.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's really really giant. It is actually overbought.
It might be just about right then.
Really? Well, it's got stuffing in it. Wow, you have a giant head.
Yeah, this is a little tight.
Well, it's got like, man, I leaned it up against something and it's got that bad curl to it. I've got the cotton in it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Really?
like a 7 5/8.
Yeah, I'm like a 7 7/8.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you pull that cotton out, you probably just fit just right. Hey, you look pretty good there, except for the curl, and you have to steam it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually not too bad.
I saw that hat.
And it's a Stetson. I'm a fan of Stetson.
It is a Stetson hat, and I bought it directly from Stetson because everybody else wants to charge too much for them. I was at a Renaissance festival, and the guy was sitting there drinking beer, and I saw he had this hat. I'm like, I like that hat. Where'd you get that hat? He goes, you can't get that hat. I'm like, no, seriously, I really like that hat. What it is, you can't get that hat. I'm like, okay. And he tells me he bought it from this one store down in New Orleans, some hat store that's closing up, and they no longer carry them, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, the next week I had it. I mean, it's a Stetson. It's not hard to find. And also, if you look at the current Mission Impossible, it is the
one featuring Superman cocking his arms before the fight.
Right. The what's his name? Ving Rhames, he's wearing the same hat in brown.
Ooh.
Which I really just kind of like that, the way that pattern lines up. And I like the silver. Let's see here. Cow tipping laughs. Jamie says, looks like a scene from the movie Thursday. Two white men who owes the neighborhood bully money by midnight. Meanwhile, they smoke and talk about nothing. It's probably, you mean Sunday or maybe Saturday. I don't think it'll be Thursday. Jamie. Although Friday is one of my favorite movies. How you gonna get fired on your day off?
Damn, put your sunglasses back on.
And then every other line would then cause me to lose my... Smokey! Let's see. Richard, I still got 4 months as a teenager.
What?
Yeah, Richard is...
So Richard's young. He's a youngin'.
He's young, but he's not that young. Are you 19, or are you talking like you're 20, almost 21? I can get drafted, but more boom sticks for me, jury duty. Yeah. The fedora looks perfect. Bill likes your fedora. Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
I've said this before in the live stream. Bill is also the hat connoisseur. He has an actual Indiana Jones hat made by the guy who made it for Indiana Jones.
Nice.
He paid a lot of money. He also has an Indiana Jones jacket made by the lady who made the jacket for him. That's pretty dope. He was a featured contributor to Indie Gear. It doesn't work. You're on a lapel mic. They heard everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to shield the mic a little.
It's like when I was trying to whisper the flavors. Bill also has a whip made by the guy who was in Australia, Bill, that you got the whip. And he pulls it out every once in a while and cracks it, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. But Bill also has, you ever heard the phrase Mad Hatter?
I mean, I'm familiar with the character from...
Right, but do you know where the term came from?
No.
So it really was a thing that the Hatters were all mad because they would rub the beaver felt with mercury. And that's how you got a supple, soft hat. The mercury slowly gets into the bloodstream,
wow,
turns them nutty, and thus you have a Mad Hatter. So Bill actually has a mercury rubbed hat.
Wow.
And it is truly like the softest hat, and it keeps its shape. It is a magnificent piece. Bill likes things. Suddenly Jim is a mobster from Chicago.
I am.
Well, I was going to go get some prop guns. Let's see. I think the hat completes the look. I think so too. It's very hipster, actually.
It's pretty hipster.
Keep pulling faster. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, if you just hold it, it's just escaping all the air.
Yeah.
Bertram, good evening, sir. Let's see, I think the hat completes the look. Yep. Evening all. Michael Sutton, message retracted. Sutton does not want us to know what he said. I was a teenager about 40 years ago. I miss those days. Yeah, Jamie, I've been working on your commercial. I've been kind of trying to figure out what to do with it next, but I've been working on it. Richard's 19. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
The late David Morgan made the whips for Indiana Jones movies. He lived in Seattle, Washington. Okay, that's one. I had a whip. Drop that. See, the bullwhip, 8-foot, natural tan by David Morgan now costs $890.
Dang.
Yeah, and see, he also bought his wife a jacket from the was it a lady that makes the jackets, I think? One of them was a lady. The hat was, I thought, a male, and then the lady makes the jackets. He'll chime in here in just a moment. It's actually a really nice, good-looking jacket.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
And then he also has the Browning High Power, the same gun. Bill's a little into Indiana Jones.
Sounds like it.
And then Indiana Jones 4 came out, and Bill's like, "Oh, screw this," and he's like throwing...
Like stomping on the hat.
Well, nothing ever happened. Maybe the South Park made fun of Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah.
That never happened. Never happened. The lady was the costumer. Okay. Deborah Noodles. See, he knows all the...
Yeah.
I always found that name Deborah spelled that way. It was like Deborah, which is how you'd probably pronounce it today. My name is Deborah? Deborah?
See, that's how my Aunt Deborah spells it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was I always give my wife trouble with her name. Her name is Cynthia, and I was in Greens Point, Houston, which is, it's a, I don't know, it's a, I don't know. I don't know how to tell this story properly without coming off bad. I'm not bad. It's just it is a predominantly minority area, and I was in, I think, Foley's, and I asked the lady behind the counter. I wanted to look at something, and I saw her name was Cynthia, and I said, "Excuse me, Cynthia, can I see that?" And she goes, "Excuse me, my name is Cynthia," and I was like. So then I came home and immediately started calling my wife Cynthia, which she does not like it at all. And now I've been flagged on every other YouTube level. It's a true story. But Deborah really started that. I mean, I don't know how to tell that story without sounding like it's bad. It's just a different way of pronouncing. Look at that. I want to shoot that.
Whoa.
Smoke's coming out the back. That looks kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Who thought whips to FaceTime? Anyway, I'm not going to be answering who taught whips. Oh, yeah, okay. I knew somebody with a last name Martin, but he said it was Martine. Well, that's like French. It's
Yeah, I could see that.
the name is Martine. Well, that's the way. Isn't that the way that island is pronounced? The Saint Martin, isn't it? It's supposed to be that way instead of St. Martin's or St. I don't know.
I think it's something kind of weird.
How about the name A, B, C, D, E? Yeah, that one was interesting. And why capitalize all the letters?
Yeah.
Why?
And it's apparently pronounced, what is it, Absidy?
Absidy. Not to be confused with abstinence, because, never mind. That would have been a bad joke, but funny, but bad. That was the running joke in Young Frankenstein, Martine. Yeah. I didn't like that movie. I'm sorry.
Young Frankenstein?
My wife.
Confession in front of the internet.
My wife.
I haven't seen it all the way through.
Oh, kindred spirits. Cheers, cheers, buddy. My wife. She can quote that entire movie, and she laughs every time she sees it. I'm like, this is not Airplane. You can't laugh all the way through the movie. It's just not possible. She thinks it's so funny.
Yeah, I'll take Blazing Saddles.
I like Blazing Saddles. I thought that was hilarious. I like movies that make fun of everybody. I don't care who they are. And, you know, I don't like the whole we can't make fun of anybody thing. Just learn to laugh. You know, people make fun of how fat I am. I laugh at it. People make fun of how bald I am. I laugh at it. People make fun of how my beard looks funny. I laugh at it, then I cry. Yeah,
Your beard doesn't look funny, it looks glorious.
Cheers, buddy. Jesse says, my wife doesn't like Princess Bride somehow.
What? Jesse,
Yeah.
I hope y'all are in counseling.
I don't like Princess Bride either. I'm
What?
sorry. Yeah, it's another one of those movies that I just.
Oh, hey, look at the time.
Yeah,
I think I got to,
You're left-handed, so it would be over here.
I wear my watch on this side.
You're just throwing everybody off. He's like, oh, I want people to think. Yeah, when you rob the bank, they're like, he's left-handed. No, wait, he's right-handed. As if that shows up.
I do some things right-handed. Like I shoot rifles and I swing a golf club right-handed.
That makes sense because shooting a right-handed rifle with a left hand ends up with brass in the face.
Exactly.
Or if you're shooting a Desert Eagle, 50 caliber handgun, it ejects brass directly straight up.
Huh.
So if you're a woman and you have any kind of cleavage showing, cover that up because it will trap.
That could be bad.
There's a true story in there somewhere. Won't go into that one. Richard likes the movie. not liking Princess Bride is offensive. Maybe. I don't know. I just...
Well, I mean, technically, he's right because everything is offensive.
There you go. I finally support the offensive movement. I don't like anything Princess Bride related. Everything else is funny. So, what is the funniest movie on the planet? What would you say is the funniest movie on the planet?
Oh man, oh.
That's really hard
tough.
to do. I
so that's really tough because a lot of comedy like is very like time and place specific. So like
for sure,
like something that was funny 30 years ago is not necessarily as funny today just because of like not front.
Spaceballs is still funny.
I mean, Spaceballs was going to be one of my like Spaceballs. I think is my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Mel Brooks movie. Slapstick humor is one of the better comedies. Yeah. Stream keeps freezing. Should be back now. You got hit with hot brass. Yeah. Love the 50 AE. Stream keeps freezing for me. Should be back. Although now it's freezing again. Now it's back. You should be good. I can't drop
Wow, look at that graph.
Well, that's the people interacting.
Oh, okay.
The stream health is this one, which
okay.
tells me that. I look here, drop frames.
Oh, I see.
I've dropped 5% of all the frames. Anything more than 10%, I start worrying. Other than that, it works out.
Yeah.
And open up to you guys. What do you think is the funniest movie of all time?
So one of my all-time favorites is Three Amigos.
Three Amigos is good. I don't know that I could call it like super hilariously funny. It's funny. It's a good movie, and I love all those actors.
Yeah. So some of it, I think.
How can you tell it's a mail plane?
What?
How can you tell it's a mail plane? Which was a great line in the movie.
I mean, some of it goes back to when I was in like middle school and high school, and like
that was the movie.
Like watching it with my buddies, like we were very young, so we weren't even like drinking or anything like that. We were just like
being Kool-Aid,
dumb kids.
Kool-Aid and cookies. Yes,
yes. But I remember like there was this one time where we watched it and we just like were all rolling on the floor laughing so hard at that silly movie that it was just like, for whatever reason that day, like that night, it was just the funniest thing any of us had ever seen.
I'm going to drop my stream settings down just a little bit. Hopefully it'll help. Seem to be still dropping. The quality is going to drop a little bit, but hopefully you'll maintain your frames. I called the internet people this morning. They've of course not called back. So Three Amigos. What else? I mean, you're in. To me, there was like a whole era of I can't believe we're getting away with this movies.
Yeah. And
then it kind of stopped. I mean, I would have to say Airplane, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Fletch. I loved Fletch.
Fletch is
I
good.
love that
Fletch
kind of
is
humor.
really fun.
I love Chevy Chase timing and comedy. Three Amigos.
He has really good timing.
He does, right up until like now, where he has like no time. But I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Chevy Chase, even though he's not a fan of anything or anybody. Bill Murray. Bill Murray comedies, I think, are hilarious.
I tried to watch the one where he played that weird writer that Johnny Depp played in Fear and Loathing, Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Oh, it was weird. Like it was almost like a one-man show of Bill Murray portraying Hunter S. Thompson, and I don't know. I just wasn't able to get into it.
I think that it's that '80s era that generated such. Well, it was the slapstick era, I guess. And Spaceballs was 80s.
Yeah, there was slapstick, and there was also like being okay with like crass, crude.
Oh well,
like
basically, don't get offended. If you get offended, don't go to the movie. Is what it is.
That yeah.
And you know, it's. I mean, like I will give an example of my opinion. This is only my opinion. It does not reflect that of Jim or this company or this YouTube or anybody else. But like Blazing Saddles, Blazing Saddles makes fun of black people in certain ways, and it's by itself, it is not funny to make fun of black people. As a whole, making fun of everything and how stupid, like, the rednecks are in there who are making fun of the white idiots and that kind of thing, it becomes funny as a whole. You don't single it out, you just create it as a whole. But to me, the only people that need to get offended by that are the people who were doing the roles. So what's his name? The main, the sheriff in Blazing Saddles, what was his name? Great actor.
I don't know.
Oh God! Somebody throw his name out there.
Someone quick to IMDb.
Yes, the main character, because he's been in so many other. He was in Fletch too.
Oh.
He was in it was in Fletch Lives. He was in the second one. But he's a great actor.
Did he play a sheriff?
Yeah. Well,
Did he play a sheriff?
No, he played an FBI agent.
Oh.
But I mean, if he was offended by it, then it should be a problem. But he accepted that job. He took the money. He agreed to that. So there shouldn't be any like concern or uproar with the general mood, because they really did make fun of everybody. Incidentally, it was the very first passing of gas on a movie screen ever.
Really?
Yes, that was the very first fart scene ever in the history of movies.
And probably still the best fart scene.
It was a great fart scene. And you know, that is truly making fun of other people. I mean, it's just, I don't know. That was my take on it, because I really think that today you would not be able to make that movie, and I think that's a shame, because it's just making fun of everybody. Now, if it was a whole movie just like dedicated to making fun of turtles, then you know it's probably not.
Well, that
funny.
probably wouldn't be funny.
I don't know. They'd have to come out of their shell.
Hey-o.
Yeah. No. I mean, you getting hot in that hat?
It's getting a little warm. It's also it was a little snug, so I was starting to get a headache.
Yeah, I get that.
I did like the hat though.
Spammy says, "Hi everyone, how are we?"
Hey, Spammy, doing great.
I'm great. How are you, Spammy?
Got beers and cigars.
Yep, hard to go wrong. Let's see here. Ian from Kessler is on the case. There you go.
All right.
Blazing Saddles. Maybe drop the stream quality a little more. Are we dropping? I don't know. It shows to be quite stable at this particular moment, although YouTube is going to say my stream health is horrible, because YouTube wants to see at least 1 megabit of bandwidth. And I'm getting 635 right now that I'm putting out. But I'm also in variable bit rate, so as long as we don't move too much, it's not actually uploading that much.
We'll stand so still that you can't even
Don't
see
stand
us.
so. It's probably trying to render out all these smoke pixels.
Ha,
The whole point is the rednecks getting tricked with the town. That's true. That's true. And you know, everybody was foolish at the time. And then you know, the ending was great. What was Monty Python stuff? Funny, but I don't think it's funny anymore. I can't. Once I've seen that movie like 3 times, I can't watch it anymore. How many times have you seen it?
Monty Python or Holy Grail probably half a dozen to a dozen times.
And when was the last time you saw it?
15 or 20 years ago.
Right. Simple point. You didn't go grab it. You didn't Netflix it. You didn't stream it.
Yeah.
You've seen it, and you have no desire to really watch it again, or else you want to watch it again.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
tried to watch it a few years ago, and it was like, I get it. The jokes are all there. I get it.
I mean, some of that I think is just that it's like such a part of cultural fabric almost. Like, you know, the French guy on top of the wall, like every line he says has been referenced a million times. Like it's almost like going back to watch Seinfeld or Friends or like those like really great 90s sitcoms that had like, they like were really fresh and interesting at the time, but they've been like copied so much and become such a part of the like cultural fabric that they don't come across as like fresh and interesting now. They almost come across as cliched because everyone copied them and made what they did into a cliche.
I found, like, Seinfeld is a great example. I found Seinfeld to be, it's ultimately the perfect guide for a vlogger because it really is a show about nothing, and they manage to make it funny every single time.
Yeah.
And when you take something and turn it, I mean, it happens to you every day. I mean, literally, he was sitting here trying to get the lighter to light. That would be an entire episode, and anybody that's ever had a lighter that wouldn't light would find that hilarious. Which is, you know, their whole plot to everything is they choose like 5 things that happened to them the day before, and they write it into a skit, because with the 5, you're going to get one person out of it. You know, one of those things is going to trigger everybody. Mm-hmm. There's a lighter over there if you need one.
Okay, good.
The big giant one right there. That big silver thing.
Oh. Good night.
Oh my. Oh, be still my heart. Yeah, that's a big lighter.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It works. So is it? Is the stream still going? It shows it's healthy. Says it's going. It did drop for a moment. Jesse, is it okay? Yeah, Jim, you bring an audience because Jesse usually only hangs out for about 15 minutes or so. Yeah. It's working okay now. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. And now Jesse's like hanging in there. He's like, oh, Jim's there. Okay.
I mean, the camera does love me.
I think it was the hat. Honestly, it's probably the hat. The hat, the cigars, the beer.
Could be the hat.
It's probably all just the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K sitting in front. That's it.
There's also that. That is the YouTube hotness right now.
It is a hotness. Although, I did notice that they were shipping like mass quantities of them this week.
Oh, good for them.
So I know a lot of people who had them back ordered all got, oh, Jesse just ruins it. He says, haha, I will admit, Jim was the draw, but the light workload today doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Thanks, Jesse. and hey, Jesse, just think, if you move here, you could be on the stream too.
That's true.
Snap.
You could come out here, and you should come out here, and be on the stream. But we could do like, we'd have to get some more wireless. But I mean, I could rig up a mixing board. We could all sit, this is going to happen. Oh. This is going to happen. Ooh. We're going to have a weekend film retreat out here at Balkum's place. Bring your tent, and you can just camp right out there in the forest. I mean, 500 feet, and you forget where you are. That's an occupational hazard. But then we can all, like, sit around a campfire and live stream, smoke cigars, drink adult beverages. Don't smoke cigars. I don't care. We can all be mic'd up and just chat. Have a giant ass tent. Well, okay. I mean, I have a studio. I mean,
Jesse, I like that. Today, Kate said, referring to our cold weather here, Austin, here we come.
It gets cold here. I mean, like for 2 days.
Not whatever Dakota they're in. Cold.
We got into the single digits like 6 years ago. I remember that because my water pipes froze. Yeah, we get all the way to 9, I think it was.
We get 1 or 2 like really like legitimately cold nights a year.
Yeah, we usually
and then like cool to cold for like 2 or 3 months.
We'll hit 30 a few times a year. We'll hit 20 maybe once or twice. Well, not 20, but in the 20s.
Yeah,
once or twice. But I mean, I will say, like where Jim lives, he's going to be at least 5 degrees warmer than where I'm at. I mean, I don't know how many times you've frozen out there. We've frozen out here like 8 or 9 times already this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we've been down to 28 degrees out here already. I mean,
it's a lot colder here than it is.
I like it though. I like it, and it's also cooler in the summer too. We have that little thing called a breeze. We have these things called trees, and we have in the breeze with the trees. We also have fleas. But no, I just wanted to rhyme. We don't really have fleas. Well, we have some occasionally. You never know. Let's see. Didn't I suggest this not too long ago? Simon, if it's not my idea, it doesn't matter. I thought I told you that. Haha, it's warm right now because it's like 36 degrees. Oh my. What is it out there right now? Like 65 with wind?
Something like that.
I have to pull it up. My weather station's down.
Let's check the weather.
It is right now 62 degrees.
Nice.
And yours?
Mine says 61.
Ooh, but where's yours going to?
Oh, not current location, Thrall.
Well, the Thrall is actually not. It's more northern, and it's actually about 2 degrees warmer there.
Oh.
You want to be Lexington if you want to get the closest temperature to
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're out here in the middle. Might hit 39 every few years in Florida. That's true, but sometimes you all do get a freeze. Scott thinks once Kate and I get a couple city years under our belt, we'll come to be your neighbors. Kate wants acreage someday. Jesse, here's what I can tell you. If you ever plan on acreage, come get some city life under your belt while you've already purchased your land, because land keeps going up like crazy.
Because they ain't making any more of it.
They're not making any more of it. I can tell you that the land that I'm on right now is 3 times the price of what I paid for it like 12 years ago. And that's a lot. And when you start talking about acreage in Texas, everything is 10 acres or bigger. They all do it for 10 acres because there are laws with hunting, and so it makes it easier to sell. If it's under 10 acres, you're going to pay as much for however big that acreage is as you would for 10 acres. It's a weird thing. Simon says, boo! That's because I made fun of Simon for suggesting it and thinking it was his idea.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the South. You know, Simon and I have tried to do the live stream where he streams in and then we stream out, but we haven't found the right technology with my wonderful internet, as high quality as it is. Because what happens is Simon's feed takes all the bandwidth, and then there's nothing for the YouTuber. And you know, it's all about
Poor
the
YouTube.
Yeah. I think Zoom is the way we're going to try it there, Simon. We'll have to do that one day. Jesse says, "Arg!" I see his fist going up. Arg!
Yeah.
Let's see. It can snow in the Panhandle a bit, but not in the swamp. That's true. Nothing happens in the swamp. That's where tea's made. Alligator does taste good. Yes, it does. Have you been following Yale's trip to New Orleans?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
All the food posts that they keep popping up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God,
like,
stop it.
Oh my God,
stop it.
Those beignets with like a pound of powdered sugar on top.
It was like Mount Everest sitting on top of a beignet. And then he posted the fried alligator last night. That looked delicious. Yeah. Then there was the fried shrimp
yeah, saw that.
And something else. That looked good. I'm like, stop it. And Cynthia made dirty rice, or she made dirty rice the other night. Ooh. So I was like, someone's been watching Yale's feed too. So like 124 a plot. So I mean, like, the further you go, so I'm an hour from Austin, and out here it's about 8,000 or 9,000 an acre is what it's going for right now.
Dang.
Maybe across the way. I mean, that property, there's 500 acres up there. They're subdividing it, but they have like violated every possible county ordinance possible. So it's been under development for a couple of years now. It may never get subdivided. But I hear that one's going to be about 6,000 an acre.
Wow.
And you have the benefit of living across the street from me, which is not necessarily a benefit, but there are trees that block, so you got that. Yeah, so I mean, if you're in town or within 30-minute drive, or you go west of Austin, 10 acres would probably cost you $400,000.
Yeah.
It would be insane. I mean, thinking about if you're actually in the downtown area, what is it, like an 1/8 of an acre or 1/16 of an acre is like a town lot, and they're like 600,000. And you get the house for free.
Well, yeah. Well, and like all the like tiny little condos that are like $1 million.
Yeah. And all the skyscrapers that are popping up and blocking all the views now, which I was really sad to hear about.
Yeah.
It could be a bit. I mean, Kate's plans all require us to be millionaires.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Mine too. I mean, I'm really trying. But I'm rebooting Scott 3.0 now. Yeah, I mean, the best way you can do it is to put in your own labor and build your own house and build it outside of the city limits so they can't tell you what to do, and build it yourself. Don't contract it, build it yourself. You do that and you can do anything you want. We built this whole place, Cynthia and I, and our two girls, which was labor. But they were young. I mean, they were really, really young. They just carried 2x4s, but you do that and you set yourself up for a better success. And, you know, when the prices keep going up, my price is still the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Richard, I mean, 400K, depending on what part of town, can get you like a real nice place.
He's in Florida.
Florida.
400K is still a good price here, but, well, yeah, I mean, anywhere, you're like north of Orlando, is that where you are? And Orlando is like stupid expensive, all because of Disney. Everything within...
Thanks, Mickey.
Yeah, thanks, Walt. Everything within like 60 miles of Disney is insanely priced.
Huh.
Housing.
I mean, Disney World is a magical place.
It is pretty magical, although they've kind of sucked the magic out of it.
Really?
I have been 15 times.
Wow.
I mean, we used to do a deal where we would buy season passes for the family, and we would go 3 to 4 times that year. And we would go at like the beginning and at the very end of the season pass, and then a couple times in the middle. And then we'd skip a year, and then we'd do it again. So we just keep doing that. What has happened with Disney is that they're so interested in maximizing their dollars that they want to pack in as many people as possible in the park without it feeling like you have to wait 4 hours for a ride.
Right.
So they make you plan everything. So now it's all about an app. So instead of like, hey, let's go ride this roller coaster, no. You got to go to the app, you got to check in, and it tells you can go ride the roller coaster at 3:30, and then you can go ride. It's all planned out. And I'm not a planner. When I'm on vacation, I want to just like be a pinball. I want to go up, I want to bounce off this thing, and then bounce off this, and then just kind of just do my own thing. You can't do that anymore.
I'm with you on that. That's a little disappointing.
I mean, it used to be, it was incredibly cheap for us to go to Disney. Right? It cost us a lot of money to get the season passes. It was like $2,400 the last time we bought them, and that was for
like
four.
For the whole family.
But we would go and we would take our camper and we would go to the Fort Wilderness, which was their camp deal. That was, well, it still is literally the best campground in the entire world. I've never seen one that was like that. But the prices.
So when I was little, my family did a trip out there. Yep. Like we had like a big old motorhome and like road tripped out there. Stayed in Fort Wilderness and like rode the tram into the parks and at the time it was only Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Like it was before they opened. Yeah, well it was probably just Epcot. Well, you had Magic Kingdom, you had Epcot was in '82. Yeah. And then MGM came in like 90. Yeah, it was before that. Okay, so you just Epcot? Yeah, so it was like mid-late 80s. I mean, my first trip was like, I was like 5. Yeah. We just had Magic Kingdom, and then there was Epcot we went. And then from there, it was the first time I took my wife. And I mean, it was great then, and it was great up until about, I would say 2010, 2011. Right then, they started working on data tracking and getting everybody there. I love the Fast Pass. Fast Pass is cool because you can run up, take your ticket, and you pop it in, and it would give you a wait. You don't have to wait in line. Yeah. But you could go. You could only get X number of Fast Passes per like every 2 hours or something like that. But I could go and like go to the Soarin' ride, and I could just stick it in there, and I could just keep doing that all day long, and I get to ride Soarin'. Not anymore. You're allowed to do Soarin' like once, and then otherwise you're going to have to wait in line for 3 hours. And I'm not that way. And the campground, we used to pay, we would pay $50 a night for an electric spot. That was really nice there. We'd pull in, we would eat in the camper. So we would go, like, we'd eat a big breakfast, go into the park,
just cruise around all day until like late lunch, come back, eat lunch, go back into the park for an all evening excursion.
Yeah.
And that was the cheapest possible way we could do it, because I mean, it really would just cost us about $800 to go on the trip.
Yeah.
Drive down there, camp, and then we would eat in the camper. But you can't do that anymore. The tent sites are now upwards of $90 a night for a tent site.
For a tent site.
You can pay up to $150 a night for an electric site for your camper. $150 a night for a campsite. And you can't ever get them. They're so booked up.
Yeah.
And like the restaurants, they went to the reservation system like, this is going to be like an all Disney World vlog. They went to the reservation system and they allowed you to reserve up to 6 months in advance.
Dang.
And what happens is, I mean, 6 a.m., 6 months out, people go and reserve and they fill up all the nice restaurants, so you can't get the restaurant. My problem is, I don't know what restaurant I'm going to want to eat, what day I'm going to be in what park, because I really want to go and say, you know what, I feel like Magic Kingdom today.
Yeah.
Because I usually, we got so good at it, the days, you know, they have like, if you stayed there, if you stayed on site.
Whoops, sorry about that.
If you stayed on site, you got an extra hour in or a couple hours late at night. And that was always a benefit. The problem was that would always make that park the most crowded. But you would never know what park that was going to be open late until like 3 or 4 weeks before. So if you made your reservations for your dinner, you might find out that that park is the park that's crowded that day, which means you're not going to get to do anything, but you're going to get to eat. And so we're usually going to the opposite parks. Okay, so let's catch up. Star Wars Land, yeah. Housing prices, waiting for Star Wars Land. 100% with you on that one, says Jesse. He's back. What about Orlando? He's in Broward County. He says Disney gets a grade F.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
New Fast Pass is dumb. 2009, 2010 Fast Pass. I agree. I completely agree with that. Wilderness threw up that night violently next to the toil that night. A good thing we were in the Dolphin that day. You're still streaming? Yes, I'm still streaming, Jamie. You got the boat there too. That's true. You get the boats to go there, which was fastest to get to Magic Kingdom. Or
the screen is frozen.
Whoa. Hello? We got audio.
Huh.
Switch. Whoa. Huh. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. That's weird. Let's do this.
You know,
there we go.
I already took it off, so.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to spin that camera around.
Unless y'all really want me to keep the mic on when I go to the bathroom.
You know.
Could be interesting. We could recreate the scene from Naked Gun, another great comedy.
Or Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Like the 3-minute pee.
I don't have to go that bad.
Please no, Jesse says. Or no, that was, yeah, Jesse says please no. Okay, he's taking his mic off. Right there.
Oh, okay.
Now, what Jim doesn't know is I've secretly placed a microphone inside the bathroom.
Where the light switch is.
To your right, turn around, right by the door. There you go. Enjoy. So it's going to sound really, really funny. Yeah, extra magic hours in the morning and the evening. Yeah, I mean, we used to love those. The only time we really liked those was really it's in sometimes a year they will do where they're open to like 3 o'clock in the morning on Magic Kingdom, and I mean anybody with kids, there's no way in the world you're having your kids out there at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you can get and just like rule Space Mountain or any of those other mountains that you want to ride. So, I mean, those were the great ones. But they don't do that as much anymore because they just kind of open the other parks up. Good cigars. Good cigars. Field of Dreams is another solid, long pee-pee scene. Really? I don't think I've ever seen Field of Dreams all the way through. I think I know the premise behind it, and that's about it. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Field of Streams. Field of Streams. See what I did there? Jamie doesn't like the fact that I'm still streaming. That's just me, Jamie. You broke it. I did not break it. It's back. It should be back. Isn't it back? We're streaming, right? Audio good, video good. Everybody see me? Come on, respond. Come on. Don't wait for the stream to catch up. Tell me now. Tell me what I asked. Stream is good. See, there we go. Jesse said your stream was good. Yeah, so let's see. So everybody out there in the streamland, what was your favorite? What's your favorite movie of all time? Favorite movie of all time, and go. And then Jim, while he puts his mic on, he can be thinking of his favorite movie of all time. Or the movie that got you excited about filmmaking. How about that? Simon likes Gladiator. Really?
That's a pretty
Willow.
good one.
Willow was not bad. Willow was out there. And there's a new Willow coming, isn't there? I thought.
Is there?
Yeah, I thought. It was Ron Howard, wasn't it, that did Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he said he was going to do another one in like 2020.
Oh, that's exciting.
What I don't know is where the light switch is. Let's see. Correction. A League of Their Own has a long PC. The new Dark Crystal.
Featuring women? Oh, no. It's Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that now. Yeah, that was pretty good.
The new Dark Crystal.
Rest in peace, Penny Marshall.
Oh, yes. She was really good.
She was a great director.
She was, and she was apparently like a joy to work with.
Yeah?
That she just got up there and she kind of knew, kind of like Ron Howard, very quiet, but knew what she wanted, just kind of explained it to you and just let you go.
Yeah.
Penny Marshall, she did a lot of things, but I think A League of Her Own was the one she was known for.
Yeah.
But she did
I saw
15 other movies.
Yeah, I think it was C. Robert Cargill's Austin-based screenwriter posted about her, and let's see, it was, oh God, what were the three movies? It started with A League of Their Own, then Awakenings with...
I liked Awakenings.
Awakenings was so good with...
I did not know if I was going to like Awakening with what's his
Robert
name?
De Niro
yeah.
and Robin Williams, right?
Yes.
Awakenings was so good.
And I liked...
and then another really excellent movie after that. And...
well, let's just see. Let's go to director. Wow, she was in a lot of stuff. She did Big.
Big,
Big was huge.
Big was
huge.
Great. That was a fun movie.
Renaissance Man, which was okay. That was the one with, was it Danny DeVito? Or
No, you're thinking of Twins.
No. I think Renaissance Man. Hold on. I thought it was the one where he was the teacher. Yeah, Danny DeVito. He was the teacher in the military.
The military teacher. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Let's see here. A League of Their Own. The Preacher's Wife didn't do that. Riding in Cars with Boys, never saw it.
Never saw that.
I didn't see anything after all those. Yeah, she was great. So Jesse had posted about the new Dark Crystal. Yes.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, if you have not seen the pictures, those are puppets.
Yeah.
Those are not CGI. They have really done some serious homework.
I want to see I want to look at a side by side of the original puppets with the new puppets.
The Gelflings.
Yeah, they probably have the original puppets in an attic somewhere. Do you have them out there?
No, they're in a box in the other attic. But,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure, but those were I think those were all Jim Henson puppets, weren't they?
Well, it's still the Jim Henson Company doing it.
Right. I am sure they're there somewhere because he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't throw away anything.
Yeah.
And they did. You know what? There was a show. Excuse me. It was on maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it was one of those like reality series contests, and it was about puppets. So these puppet people would go to the Henson Studios, I think it was, and they were given challenges. And they had to, like, each week they had to create like a particular type of puppet. One of them that they did was a Skeggsy, whatever they were.
Yeah.
And so they all had to create these Skeggs, and it was a great show. It was really cool to see how they did this stuff behind the scenes. Seeing as how it looked like death reminds me of nothing worse than the nighttime hurricane. Yeah, okay. Big still is huge. Although it's another one of those movies I can't really watch anymore because I've seen it so many times. It's just hard. And that was Tom Hanks before Tom Hanks was really, really popular.
I mean, at that point, he was already definitely on his upward thing. Like,
well, it was Bosom Buddies, and then what was his next movie? He did like the Volcano, Joe versus the Volcano.
What was he in? Was he in a TV show?
Yeah, Bosom Buddies. Yeah,
but like later than that.
I don't think so. I don't think he was.
No. I'm thinking he had like a guest spot on Family Ties. He played like Michael J. Fox's uncle.
He did. He did the one where he was in the Peace Corps.
Yes.
What were they called?
Was that with Shelley Long?
Was it Shelley Long? It was one of those '80s actors.
So funny thing, my mom looks exactly like Shelley Long, or looked.
See you, Jesse.
Bye, Jesse. Love you. Like back in the '80s when Cheers was huge.
Oh yeah, I love Cheers.
Like our family would go like have dinner at a restaurant, and we would hear people
that's Shelley Long.
Yeah, we'd hear people a couple tables over like, oh my God, there's Shelley Long and her family. like they look so much alike, and it's actually super weird. Like she's been in Modern Family a little bit, and like seeing her like having become close to elderly.
Right.
Like she still looks a whole lot like my mom.
So Tom Hanks was in Love Boat before he was in Bosom Buddies.
Yeah.
Then he was in Happy Days once.
Oh.
Then he was in Family Ties.
Yep.
Splash. That was
Splash.
a movie that was a movie that kind of got.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
And Bachelor Party. I loved Bachelor Party. That was one of those great movies as a teenager I wasn't supposed to see, but I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Or junior high, maybe not even teenager.
Yeah, I was in like elementary school or junior high when I saw Bachelor Party.
It was 1984, so I was a teenager.
Yeah. 84 is when I was in kindergarten. I probably saw it sometime in elementary school.
Then came
the 80s were awesome.
They were. The Man with One Red Shoe. That was back when they had stories.
Yeah.
The Man with One Red Shoe was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Volunteers, that's the Peace Corps one.
Peace Corps one. Money Pit, that was with Shelley Long.
That's probably what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Nothing in Common, no. Dragnet, then it was Big. And when Big hit, it was Tom Hanks Could Do No Wrong.
Yeah, I guess Big was like the one.
The Burbs was okay. But Turner and Hooch.
I liked The Burbs a lot.
You did?
I did.
Turner and Hooch,
I haven't seen it probably since the 90s, so I don't know if I would still like it today, but I remember like really liking it. I liked the Corey character. Corey Feldman's character.
Okay.
For some reason.
Then after he did Big, he did Joe versus the Volcano, which was a flop.
Yeah.
Then he did A League of Their Own. Then Sleepless in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle, I think, really set him.
Yeah.
Then he did Philadelphia. I remember that one. Forrest Gump, which also set him. Then Apollo 13. Mm-hmm. Then he was a Toy Story, and then He Could Do No Wrong. He could just anything he wanted. Saving Private Ryan was excellent.
Yeah.
You've Got Mail was great.
Saving Private Ryan, that might be up there with among top movies.
It is one of my favorite movies, and I do love war movies. My favorite war movie of all time is actually a miniseries was Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers was so good.
It was so
produced
well
by Tom
done.
Hanks?
Yes, it was, and it was so well done. The Green Mile was good. Castaway
Green
was
Mile's
good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, was he in Band of Brothers?
He was in Band of Brothers.
Huh.
I did not know that. He was a British officer
Okay.
in two
It's been so long since I've seen it.
Well, now I'm going to go watch it to see Tom
Yeah.
Hanks. I know that, what's his name, Late Night with, who's the Johnny Carson show now? That's
Jimmy
Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon was in Band of Brothers.
Jimmy Fallon was also in Almost Famous. He played the like sleazy band manager.
What's really funny about Band of Brothers and Jimmy Fallon, if you look at his character, he's playing it like a Saturday Night Live, where he's like almost laughing. Where you can see him, he pulls up in a Jeep. He's like, they're bombing back over there. Every time I see it, I want to bust out laughing. I'm like, how did you get that part?
Yeah.
The Terminal, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
I never saw The Terminal.
Really?
Yeah.
That was good. That was a Spielberg.
Yeah.
That one was based upon...
That was the one where the guy...
lives in the airport.
Yeah.
Victor Navrosky. The Polar Express, I thought it was okay.
Never saw it.
Cars, yeah. Da Vinci Code, that was pretty good. Wasn't fantastic.
I don't know if I ever actually saw it. I read the book.
It was better than the second one, which was Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
The Pacific? He was the narrator. Okay. 30 Rock. Then he pretty much just did whatever the hell he wanted.
Yeah.
Captain Phillips, I didn't think was that bad, actually.
Oh,
And I thought he was really good in Saving Mr. Banks, too.
That Thing You Do. That's a movie I really liked.
Who was that?
About the 60s pop band, The Wonders.
Ah, I got you. Okay.
He was the seemed sleazy, but actually wasn't that sleazy band manager.
Right. Let me see how many people are actually still tuned in. Hope we didn't go off on a tangent. Well, we got some people out there. Okay.
All right.
Everybody's just quiet listening to us chat.
Mm-hmm.
That Thing You Do is one of my favorite movies, says Tim from Kessler.
Yep.
Let's see here. Saving Mr. Banks. I thought that was so well done. And one of my favorite
Another one I haven't seen.
That's good. You should get that one.
Yeah.
That was the one where he plays Walt Disney.
Oh, right.
And one of my favorite things about that is his performance, her performance, and then the score. The music that they use in that is so uplifting. Bridge of Spies, fantastic movie. Have you seen that one?
Haven't seen it.
See that movie.
Okay.
That's Spielberg.
Yep.
That's Tom Hanks. And it is so good. And it
They're
looks so
usually good together.
It looks so good. He was Sully. I didn't care much for Sully. The Circle I liked. Have you seen The Circle?
I don't think I've heard of The Circle.
So The Circle it's the one that's a takeoff of Google. Tom Hanks is the elitist owner.
Okay.
And it also has, what's her name from Harry Potter? Hermione.
Oh, Hermione?
Yeah. And also...
Was it the one where she's like in a romance with someone like triple her age?
No. It's about Big Brother kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's really good. Also, the Circle, all the movie work was done by a friend, Chris Hurd.
Oh.
Chris Hare. You can say it right. I want to say Hurd. That's a different Hurd. Chris Hare. He did all the movie work on that one.
Cool.
The Post I didn't like. Toy Story 4 I haven't seen yet, but let's just spool it up right now. Wow, he's in Pinocchio. There's a new one coming out. So there's...
Tom Hanks, good guy.
Tom Hanks is and he has a good sense of what is good and what isn't.
Yeah.
I would say of all his movies, I thought Bridge of Spies was probably one of his best.
No kidding. I'll
It
have to
is
check it out.
so good. And it's... you saw the British Prime Minister one with that just came out like a year ago.
The one we saw together?
Yeah, we
Or
did
the
see
other
that.
one?
Yeah. That one was it looked so good.
Yeah.
That's like Bridge of Spies. It looks so good. It is one of those just classics.
With haze so thick you almost can't see through it?
Not so much. It's mostly fog. Actually, there were some scenes of some serious fog. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes, and we've covered pretty much anything and everything. Is there anything you want to talk about with the gentlemen and ladies out there on the interwebs?
Well, it's a little cliche, but it's that time of year. any exciting plans for 2019? Any goals? Any hopes, dreams, aspirations?
Interwebs, what are your goals and aspirations? 2019 for me is about tripling down for me and bringing
Nice.
in some revenue, some good revenue that using the connections that I've made over the years and the skills that I've learned over the years to just basically do anything and everything and bring in some like really nice revenue. I'm not looking to be rich. I just looking to work all the time. As converting to full time was kind of a kick in the rear end, but you get it. What's your plan?
Similar, so this coming Monday is going to be my 3-year anniversary of working for myself full time as a freelancer. So that's super exciting that I've made it 3 years.
And you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
You look fed.
Yeah. So one thing I want to do is move from surviving and getting by and like squeaking through on paying all my bills and making a little bit of money to actually like.
You mean being a filmmaker?
Yeah. To actually like thriving and growing and like maybe having a little disposable income.
Or being able to start turning down jobs that you don't want.
Yeah. That kind of thing. And also, I've with some people here and there, I've spoken a little bit. Like I've talked with you about it. Like I've got a short film idea and
some passion projects.
Yeah,
Definitely.
passion projects, and not just calling up my musician friends and saying, "Hey, let's do a music video."
Right.
Which, as a bass player, which you all saw earlier, like I have many musician friends, so it's easy to call someone up and say, "Hey, let's make a music video," which is tons of fun.
How do you know when there's a drummer at your door?
How?
The knock speeds up.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a drummer, so I'm not offending any drummers out there. They're like,
I like it.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, passion projects I think is something important. To me, like my adventure, my phase 1 adventure was like a passion project that I want to do, and I got 2 more to do, and. I want to be able to work and get myself enough time to be able to take 4 or 5 weeks off and do phase 2 and phase 3 and that kind of thing. You want to join me for a phase?
Yes.
Simon wants to join too.
All right.
I think
so. It sounds like it's starting to get a little tight in your adventure van.
We could like branch out to tents.
Yeah.
We could just like move this like little mobile filmmaking crew just kind of through everything and.
I can dig it.
Hey Rex.
Oh, there's a big old puppy dog.
How did he just open that door and then close it? So question for you. We did that nonprofit work for the charity.
Right. With
Brothers Keepers.
Yes.
Did you drive the cars?
I did.
Okay, which one did you choose? So we had the option of you could choose a convertible Lamborghini or the Ferrari 430, yeah, maybe. Which one did you choose?
The Ferrari.
The Ferrari?
Well, because that's what everyone else was choosing. Like, so we had basically to make it go quicker with the crew. I was just like, okay, I'll do the Ferrari. Like, I probably would have preferred the Lambo.
Interesting.
Just so don't tell my girlfriend this because she works with Ferrari a lot, but I don't like Ferrari that much because I'm a Porsche guy.
Well, but you're small. You could be a Porsche guy. I can't ever be a Porsche guy.
Well, what it is, like, what made me a car guy was my dad's bright silver early 80s 911 turbo.
Okay. Whale tail, just the...
Yeah, the big old whale tail, just like that's my favorite car of all time. And so, like, I'm a Porsche guy, and if you're a Porsche guy, you can't be a Ferrari guy.
That's true. You can't because, I mean, you're usually back behind waiting for the. See, I looked at it. I chose the Ferrari as well. And the reason I did was Lamborghini is owned by Audi. And that same motor you can get in an Audi, which means that you're not really driving anything super exotic in a Lamborghini, but you can't get a Ferrari motor in anything but a Ferrari.
That's
you
true.
can't. You're going to get a Ferrari. It's going to be a Ferrari, and there's a sound that a Ferrari makes. There's a sound that a Lamborghini makes, but you can get it in an R8. You can get it in a couple other of cars.
So it's funny. Like that reasoning is like part of why I would have chosen the Lambo.
Really, the opposite.
Well, because I drove Volkswagens for a long time, and so like
that's a Porsche wagon.
So I'm just a fan of the Volkswagen Audi
People mover.
like
the whole
that whole
ecosphere, yeah.
That whole group of companies. So like Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, Lamborghini, all those. Like that's like I really loved the Golf R I drove for a couple of years. So
Right. So how fast did you get in the Ferrari?
I actually backed off.
I'm trying to remember because I now remember you in the Ferrari. I filmed you, I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember which one you were in. And I was like, I've got the footage.
Yeah. So one thing I did discover is I don't like going super fast.
That's not any fun at all. Well, then you just need to stick with Volkswagens.
Yeah.
You don't like going fast? Why? Because that car really got smooth.
Yeah, I know, but
after like 120, it really just it was just air.
I mean, I was like getting up to 140, and I was just a little like, whoa.
My whole problem with that, and I guarantee they do it on purpose, is if I'd have had a second run with it, I would have been much faster.
Sure.
Because you have no idea when he's going to let you roll on the throttle.
Right.
Because he's like, roll on it, and you're like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
And that's to keep you from just like launching it and just like baking the tires off.
Yeah.
So I got to 150 exactly on it.
Yeah, see, I think I got to about 140.
I did. I had to go check your GoPro because we had the GoPro and the GH5 in there.
Right.
The GoPro had the telemetrics on.
Oh, okay.
So we could tell how fast it was. It was really, really quick. I mean, just a launch and you're at the end of the runway and you're like, huh, okay. And then he won't let you go faster at that point. Yeah. Richard says his goals are to make some money, then make some music videos, and along the way get my friends to join the team and form lifelong careers. That is a solid plan. Solid plan.
And dude, the best part, Richard, like Richard's the guy who's 19, right?
He is.
Yeah. You're so stinking young right now.
Yeah.
Like now is the right time to do it.
And he owns a red.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Nice. Like you've got so much of your life in front of you. Like you have this great opportunity to like build your skills and build your knowledge and build your network. Well, like all with people your same age, so like as you're like building up your skills and your network and all that, along with all the other people like in your same age group, by the time y'all are 30, 35, like you can own the industry. Like you can be the guys that like people are like, the next 20-year-olds are like, whoa, those guys.
I mean, the best thing about experience is it doesn't matter when you get it. If you started your experience at 12 and you spent all the time, by the time you're 20, you're going to have 8 years of experience that a 20-year-old will not have. And I mean, you're starting very young in this industry, and that's a great thing. You just need to double down, triple down, quadruple down, keep going. I mean, I'm an old guy, and I'm out there just doing the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to make it as fast as far, but I mean, the sky is the limit when you're that age. Just do your work, put in your time, and you know what? Don't be afraid of the little things, and don't be afraid of passion projects.
Yeah.
Passion projects make your heart right.
Mm-hmm. So it makes it easier when you're doing a corporate marketing video for a business you have no interest in, but they're willing to pay you.
Well, I mean, there are two types of filmmakers out there. The successful filmmakers do it because they love making films, period. The not successful ones do it as a business. I do it, I put this in, and I take this out, and you're just constantly doing it. You make filmmaking your passion, then you make money at it. And when you make it your passion,
because that comes through in all your work.
absolutely it does. And those passion projects that you do for yourself are literally vacation for you, because you don't have a deadline. You're not working under somebody else's ideas. You're just whatever you felt like you wanted to do that you didn't get to do that year, you do it for yourself. And then you come out of there, you're so refreshed. I mean, it's amazing. And take the time to do passion projects, and that's something he and I have talked about doing a lot. Just kind of working with each other's passion projects to help elevate their passion projects to the level that they want, so that they just walk out of there going, "This is awesome. I feel great. Go conquer the world." And that's what you need to do, Richard, as your young age. Just keep going, keep going. Always keep going. All right, it has been 1 hour and 25 minutes. Do you have any closing statements you'd like to make to everybody here?
Thanks for hanging out. This has been fun.
That is solid. That's solid.
The beer helped.
We've actually been on for almost 2 hours.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because that one it did resume.
Ah.
But so I will close this one out. Again, I appreciate everybody for joining. If you have any questions or comments, do feel free to put those in the comment section down below. I do try to read and respond to each and every one, even if it's just to say thank you. If you have any questions for Jim, put those in the comment section down below. I'll make sure that Jim answers those. Also, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, if you've watched this whole thing all the way to the end, then you know it's something you want to subscribe to. So subscribe, and then click the little alert bell, because it might
Subscribe to this guy.
Yeah, no. It might let you know when I'm live streaming. It might let you know when I upload a video, because you want to know, right? Also, you can follow me on all social medias at Scott Balkum on everything except for Snapchat. What's your social medias?
Generally speaking, Jim C. Shields.
Jim C. Shields on the social medias. And then also I do have a Patreon. If you want to support me on Patreon, I do greatly appreciate anybody who does it. Help me on Patreon. I don't really do extra things for Patreon subscribers other than I acknowledge and give them extra help anywhere I can, because that's just the kind of guy I am. And so I greatly appreciate Patreon supporters. But yeah, as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Then we just hold for 20 seconds. We can just banter back and forth. It's like a news crew. Where's the pen? Take the pen and just put the pen down, and then we get some paper and just throw some paper down. And,
show off the nice Kessler.
Stare at ooh, look at the Black Magic Pocket 7K 4K. Ooh, the lens cap. Take that off. Ooh, use the viewfinder. Does it have a viewfinder? I keep using that joke. And all right, see you.
Hasta luego.